Hi, I'm Mark, and that's Max, and together we will now explain you the rules of Wild Woods, the expansion of the Dawn of Pangaea. So when you set up the game, the biggest difference is now that every player gets a matching player board. You have the Ice Wolf, and I have the Blossom Dragon.
Right.
And then, when you set up the game, you also place, all players place a treetop, like 6 treetop on their punch board in the right cutouts, right? And you also place these blessings in the cutouts.
Right.
And these blessings, they have a special order. Yeah. It's like shown in the rule book. So don't mix them. We have put some thought into this. And then you also get 3 more seeds, which you place here in the center.
Right.
In addition, you also get a new overview cards because there is one upgraded action and also one completely new action.
Okay.
So the upgraded action is the expand forest. We will talk about this a bit later. And the new action is place a treetop, upgrade a tree with a treetop. And these are the treetops here. So if you have a look here, and then you also see that these treetops here, they show some prices, right? So let's say we would want to perform a place a treetop action. So to do that, we check if our treetop that we want to place has costs. This one at the bottom doesn't have costs. Then we have 2 with 1 cost, 2 with 2 costs, and 1 with 3 costs. Right. These costs were the resources, like the creatures. But what is important, for these 3 here, you have to spend different resources. So you can spend here like 2 wind. So you have to, for example, spend 1 wind and 1 snow.
Okay,
and what you can also use is, of course, wild resources. They always work. But you need 3 different resources for this one, 2 for this one, and 2 for this one.
Can I also use favor tokens?
Yes, of course, because favor tokens also work as wild resources.
Perfect.
And then let's say I have a tree here. I could now simply say, okay, I want to perform an upgrade tree action, a place treetop action. Then I would take this one, for example, because it has no cost. So I have to not spend anything. I take it and place it on one of my trees. Yes. I can't place it on one of your trees. It's only that I can upgrade my trees. Right. It's you can upgrade a tree 2 times. So this is a level 1 tree. This is a level 2 tree. And this is a level 3 tree. Right. You can't place more treetops on it. Like the purpose of this, we will explain in a second. So let's say I do that. So that's my first action. In my second action, I also now want to place a second treetop, which is possible. I can combine the same action twice. So let's say I have already a wind resource. So I would spend the wind resource, place it here, take the treetop and place it on one of my trees. It can be the same tree, but of course it would also be possible to place it on another tree. Right? And then what happens is now that you see these are connected. These 2 treetops are connected to this seed, like these 2 are connected with this seed and these 2 with this seed here. So this means this seed is now unlocked. I now have 1 more seed and it can have up to 5 seeds. Right. Also, what happens is, since I now place this one and you see it's connected with this blessing, you also now get the blessing, which you can spend like a completely normal blessing that you would pick up with your spirit, right? And now you have 3 seeds, and with this allows you that I now, when I perform the expand forest action, I can now not just spread up to 2 seeds, but up to 3 seeds, 4 seeds or 5 seeds. Right. So for example, if I would do that, I could now place 3 seeds. And what you maybe now already noticed is that I can spread these seeds a bit further, right? Because if I upgrade a tree, the reach of the tree is increased. Nice. Right? So this means a level 1 tree can still only spread the seeds 1 field away. Right? But the level 2 tree now has the possibility to spread seeds even 2 fields away. And what does it mean? I always help myself with this. If I can reach it with 2 steps, it's possible. So this would be 1 away, and this would be 2 away. Perfect. Right? It's like a circle that you build here. And let's say I have now a level 3 tree, then it would also be possible to not just go here, not here, but here, like 3 steps. Crazy. 1, 2, 3, right? Important is that you can even go over water, right? So even if here this island is not connected with this one, you can go over 1 water and then you are already here, right? So this is possible. Or 1, 2, 3 would also be possible like this. And this, of course, makes spreading your forest way easier, and you can even reach more remote sections. So a good strategically placed tree can help you a lot with spreading your forest, right? And this you can do with up to 5 seeds. And let's say if I now would do that with 5 seeds, then I have a lot of seeds, and if I would spread everywhere, right? I think this is not reachable, but let's say this is reachable, this is reachable, 1, 2, 3. This would also not be reachable, like this. And then I can, of course, like conquer a lot of the map. And for this, we included a new rule, and that's like that you can compete with seeds.
Oh.
So if you now, for example, really want this field here,
Yes, this was the spot I really wanted to take.
then you can place 2 seeds here. It's always important, it has to be one more seed that your opponent already placed. So if I would have placed 2, you would need to increase your seeds to 3, right? And then I could increase mine to 4. It's important my stay here until a tree is grown. And it's always only...
No, you can't put 2 if I already have 2.
If it's like this, right?
Yes.
And now I can.
You can only compete with 3 again.
Yes, sure. Sorry,
Right.
like
Okay.
this.
Yeah,
I can
got it.
compete. I always have to place 1 more than
Yes.
you, right? And you could now place 2 more, and then it would be like always. But we can't do that just always, but like in a normal action,
Yes,
right?
of course.
And then now, when this tree is grown with Okuma, with vigor, with the blessing, vigorous growth,
Yes.
but also with the spirit growth, then only the tree with the most seeds wins,
Right.
like the color. So if you would now grow this, then my seeds would go back to me. And yours go back to you, and you are the only one that can place here a
Perfect,
tree,
yeah.
and you will get this no resource as regular,
Yes.
right? So but it's also important if we are now in a fight like this, right? I can, when I choose to spread my forest,
Yes.
I can also take this away and spread it somewhere else.
Perfect.
Like in the base game, that's possible to replace a seed that you have placed, but it's also possible to replace one that is like in an active seed fight, right? And let's have a final look at this thing. So let's say I would now upgrade more and more. It's also important I can also start here. I can start here. I can start everywhere. There is no order here.
Perfect.
And here below the top 3, something is different, because here, if you check below, there are points. So it's very important that in the end of the game, if these are not covered with treetops, you get these points.
Oh, nice.
It's very important to keep in mind they don't trigger the end of the game, so you don't add these points to your score during the game, but only in the end, like you would do with the most trees marker if you would have won that, right? And so if you have uncovered even parts, you get the points in the end. So this would be 3, right? Also, good to know is that we have here 2 new blessings, right? So if I would take this one now, this treetops here, place it, then I would get this blessing here. And this blessing is place a treetop blessing, so it's this action as a blessing. Important that if you do that, you simply, of course, it's a blessing, so you don't have to spend an action, but you still have to spend the resources. So it's not free. So if it would be this one, you simply still have to spread 3 different resources, right, to do that. And then we have this one here, that's called Foresight. It's a special blessing. It's only here, and 1 time in the game. It's also not another action that you can perform, so you can only do it with this one here. It allows you to take, so normally you have 2 hand cards, and once you place this, then you can directly implement it, directly activate it. And then you can take a card from here, a third card, or a card from here, or a card from here. And then until the end of the game, you now have 3 hand cards.
Oh, that's great.
So even if you now place hand cards, right, you still draw up to 3.
Perfect.
So this is an effect that is permanent until the end. It's also important you still take the favor token. And also if you take a random card, you also take a favor token from the favor bag here, right? So, simply to summarize this is that here you can get points, right? Here this special third hand card. Here a new treetops action, right? And now the last thing, that we have to have a look at is if we play now land rituals through our newly built higher trees, right? So if a tree is involved in your ritual, it doesn't give you more points, but it doesn't fully decay, right? So if I now would have a land ritual from snow to rain, then this tree would be removed, right? This tree would be removed. This tree would only, the treetop would go away, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's important that you can place these treetops that you take away, and you can place them wherever you want. So you don't have to fill the board from top to bottom again. You don't have to hide these points again. You can place it here because this is the free one, right?
Makes sense, yeah.
So you first would most probably fill these. And it's also keep in mind that these seeds, even if you place these 2 back, you don't have to lock them again.
Yes.
They are free for the rest of the game.
Right.
Once unlocked, you can keep them. Same with the blessings, right?
But both of a connection must be unlocked at the same time.
Exactly.
To unlock the
It's
seed,
not.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if here is a seed, and then I would place. I would place here. Here would be. We will cover this again, and then this goes away. So it has to be at the exact same moment. Then this goes away, and even if these 2 would now get back, it stays that well, right? And so now everything that you gain here, except for the points you gain for the rest of the game. And also, if Forndal is on your tree, right? You place it on top of it. You can even upgrade the tree with Forndal on it. So if Forndal is on it and then now upgrade it, I just simply take it away for a second and place it again, right? And now if I play a Rand Ritual card through this tree, in this, and Forndal was placed in this round, the tree stays like this.
Perfect.
So it's like protected, and this is also maybe a very smart move during the game to keep your high value, high reach trees, right? And the last thing, because these things don't just change my games when playing land rituals, but also your game, for example. So let's say you would play a ritual, let's hear the spirit, and let's hear. So if you would place sun to sun through my higher tree, I still get only one. You still get only 1 point from it, right? So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
But I get a resource.
Oh no!
So I get a I get a rain resource, right? Because you went through my larger, taller tree, and so it's maybe also a smart decision to have some higher trees, taller trees at good positions, because these also generate you weather resources, which you then can spend again to generate treetops, right?
Sense.
So this also rewards.
But the top doesn't.
No, the tops stays. So it's important when this tree decays, because it would be now my land ritual. It only step by step. So for each land ritual, I take 1 away, right? If it's my land ritual, of course, not yours, right?
Would I get 2 rain token if it goes through? If this was level 3, or you?
No, I would not get 2 tokens even if it's level 3. I simply get 1 rain token. So this is the height only helps you with increasing the lifetime for your tree, but also for the range. Right? And that's how how Wildwoods changes the Dawn of Pangaea.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Thanks, Max.